Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, warm welcome. My name is Jerry Mboweni. I went from being a heroin addict and homeless beggar, living the street for 1.5 years. I'm currently 20 years clean in a couple of days. Praise God for that. I am certified life coach and NLP practitioner, author of the book called 115959, drug counselor, community builder, mentor, and everything that I do for a living. So welcome, and today is continuity of my episode that I've done, sharing my life journey from addiction, from culture of addiction to a culture of recovery. If you have not watched episode 1 to 7, I put them in a playlist in my YouTube. Please check it in the description box down below. I've left the link for other sorry about that, my chest is a little bit of a problem today. I've left my link of my other previous episode channeling this journey. So today I'm going to continue to share about how I rebuild a relationship after my addiction and triumph through the challenges, setting healthy boundaries with loved ones and colleagues, prioritize self-care, mindfulness, exercise, stress management, overcome shame in relationship, and key strategy to maintain a sobriety lifestyle. So, on my last episode, I share how I started the support system at our church, and that support group, once again, I started the support group to meet with the people because there wasn't nothing on my area, so I wanted to start something. But that support group I started actually to support it's part of one of my support system. Even though the people comes there are the people who were struggling with addiction, but somehow those people help me to stay clean. Out of sight, out of mind. Every time somebody comes struggle with a heroin or comes out of the street, it reminds me where I come from. And so that's why these meetings are very, very important. There is a say in the circle of the meeting saying, sometimes you need the meeting and sometimes meeting needs you. For the last 17 years that we've run those meetings, every Monday, it's always remind me back where I come from. So that's where I end up. So we start the support group. I carry on work for this company as a driver. So I will go to work early in the morning, wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, travel to work, and then I will come home. On a Monday, I will stop at the church, pack the chair, prepare the coffee, prepare the topic for the night, and then 7 o'clock we start the 7:30 we start the meeting till 9 o'clock. Help to get people home, and by the time I got home it's about 10 o'clock. All right. And the Tuesday then I will have to go back to the church, and then while we start those meetings, majority of people came in the meeting was not the people that I was looking for. I was looking for to come to the meeting. My purpose of the meeting was just to share information, what to look for when you went to rehab. Because I make the biggest mistake. Before I went to rehab, I had a smoking party. I'm like, let me smoke, finish drugs because I'm going to rehab now. Guess what happened? That works. That make my withdrawal very intensive, because I was saying goodbye to drugs. So I want just to warn people, hey guys, when you go there, watch a little bit, don't smoke too. That's what they did. But guess what happened? People who came was majority of them mothers who their son they were not even interested to come for the meeting. So we will start sharing the information, what to do, where to go and report, and all this kind of stuff. Then eventually, the people who are abusing drugs started to come to the meeting. So that was very interesting. And then we will meet them on Monday, and then then there was activities at the church. So I will tell guys, just meeting once a week is not enough, and you don't have nothing to do, come back on Monday. So the Tuesday they will come back. So eventually, I had a whole week program. I'm like, okay, great. So I want to help these guys. They're not ready to go to treatment. There's not resource for them to get it there. Some of them I will share where I was. Some of them they went to do inquiry, but there wasn't something like this. So I will meet them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday we were doing just a fitness and just check in. Thursday, Friday, sometime even Saturday. So it was whole week, and eventually I get something called burnout. I was tired because I would wake up early in the morning and come back home early, late night, and it was tired. So one day I said to my wife, look, I cannot carry on to do this, right? This is taxing me, it's too much. I either quit this, what I'm doing is running the support group and try to help these people, or quit my job. But yeah, so we were praying about it. So what we should do? Should I quit my job, or should I quit my job and do this at the full time, or should I quit doing this and carry on my job? And I remember one day I was listening to a radio. There's a community radio here where I live in Cape Town called CCFM. They were announcing a program. Okay, they were announcing a program called Living Hope. And that program was outpatient program, and it was not far from my area. So I live in an area called Retreat, and this place called Museumberg. So it was just a walking distance. Actually, it was a perfect match. So when I called them on a Monday, I said, guys, I got a lot of people here. They come. Could I send them during the day to you guys there while I'm at work, and in the evening they will come back to me because it's outpatient? Yes, so there no problem. So every time I have a client who come to look for help, I will send them there. And one day the manager of that place called me. He said, well, I want to meet this guy. You know, he's sending the people. I don't know who he is. And looks like the people that he's sending to do the program here by us, they are more motivated, more inspired, and they're ready to change compared to the other people who work in themselves. So I want to meet this guy. So we had a meeting. It was a great meeting. I'll never forget that guy, Mr. Peter Lovett. May his soul rest in peace. We chat, and he said to me, right, great. So if you need anything, right, in terms of helping the people, we like the collaboration, please do not hesitate to ask me. So when I was in that framework, should I leave my job? Should I give him a call? I set up a meeting, and I went to meet him. And he said, great, bro. He said, great, let's sit down. And he said to me, right, look, let me see what we can do. We like what you do. If you're gonna resign from your work, carry on to do what we do, we will support you financial. I'm like, great. So they give me, they kind of give me about 15% what I was earning. So, but this is only what we have. Okay, great. I went to my pastor and I say, well, this is what happening. And my pastor said, great, we will also support it. So they add up about also 15% or 30% of what I'm earning. And I went to my wife, we discussed, we pray about it. So I made a decision, right? I made a decision. Like, look, I'm gonna quit my job, I'm gonna fire my boss, and I'm gonna do this full time. So one day, I think about 15 years ago, I've been now full time in about 13 years ago, somewhere there. So one day, I went to my boss, I call it myself, I fire my boss. I said, boss, you are fired. I went to full-time ministry. And that is my journey started. So I was now working full-time ministry, doing drug counselor. I started a couple of courses for me to try to do drug counseling. One of the stuff that I was doing was helping me. So now I've got a support group. I've got people that I inspire them. And I think they, in recovery, you better to be pulled from down, and also better to be put from up. So they for me, those people that every day I have to pitch it up, prepare, I have to work hard. If I share them, they have to do the step work. I have to do the step work. If I have to share them, they have to share. I have to share. Exercise was part of the of my recovery, which until today, since I left in challenge, this morning I'm not feeling well. I haven't exercised, but it's part of my recovery. Reading my Bible, having quiet time, that is part of my recovery. So that was the journey that I started. So I went to study and become a drug counselor, carry on to give my story. So this guy, Peter, whenever he goes somewhere, he will ask me to go with. So I can share my story as well. And I remember I started then exercising and I started running. I joined a running club. Called Kukuletu Athletic Club. It's a long story how I joined that club, but anyway, I joined the club and I started running. Every time I finish the race, I want to run another. When I finish 10 Ks, I want to run 21 Ks. When I finish 21 Ks, I want to run a marathon. And one day, somebody give me handed a pamphlet of a comrade marathon. I'm like, what is this? They said, this is a comrade marathon. Well, I decided I'm going to run next year. So then I trained for 6 months, and then on the 29th of May, I was ready to run the comrade. So I went to run the comrade. It was an unbelievable day. That day I'll never forget. I ran the comrade. It's 89 kilometers. It's 85 kilometers, I think. Somewhere there is almost 2 marathon and 1 kilometer. You have to complete in 12 hours. In 2 marathon and 1 kilometer, you have to complete in 12 hours. So, and I finished at 11:59:59 seconds. I think that race changed my life, because by that, I'm a drug counselor. By that, I work at this company called Sea Point hiring tools. I'm a driver. I went to run, and I finished last in the day they come. And they give me opportunity to share my story. So last person, I remember as I was coming in the stadium, I could see these guys got a gun, and they turn around, and the count goes up. They were counting from 9, 8, they were coming down, and when the gun went up, I just crossed the line, and I finished it 1 second before the cut-off time. So I was pulled on a side, and the guys interviewed me. And for that day, I was celebrating 5 years of my sobriety. For me, sorry for that. For me, I was like, this race I have to complete. I rather die. When I saw that guy, remember, I'm running for 11 hours. When I saw this guy with a gun and turn his back and start counting, I'm saying, I'd rather die here than to go to Cape Town without a medal. I've trained for 6 solid months, man, to go home without a comrade medal. That was not it. So then when I finished, they pulled me in the side, they interviewed me. I was so excited. I'm just so excited. I finished this race. I got the medal, and I said to them, 5 years ago, I couldn't wake up and move because I was heroin addict. I smoke every day. I live to smoke. I smoke to live. Today, I could be able to wake up and run whole day for 11 hours. So I gave God praise for healing on my body and how I feel. And without even knowing, so at that time there was not like TikTok and I think there was Facebook. I don't know about TikTok. I don't even know I was in Facebook. Right after that, when I finished, I was pulled aside to be interviewed by a newspaper called Mercury, which are from Durban. Right, we went home. I remember that day, even before the race. So I went with my wife in Durban. So they were with my teammate, and I was looking about 9-10 hours finish. So by the time 10 hours finish, even the slowest guy in our club came before me. My wife was starting to get worried at the stadium. Where is this guy? People, they say, well, we saw him. And I remember that day, some people lost their lives. Some people was rushed to the hospital. So she went to the tent. She was busy going to the tent and finding out what happened to me. Eventually, I came in. And so I was looking for her as well. And after that, we were reunite. And then we went to the hotel that we stayed. That day, I was on news. Heroin addict last finished the comrade. It was unbelievable. People, they start phoning me in the morning. As soon as I wake up in the morning, hey, you're on front page of Cape Times as a last finish of comrade, and you used to struggle with drugs. And then I came to Cape Town. So when I came to Cape Town, I got a call from a presenter at Radio CCFM, Sisanda Call, I'll never forget. And she said, I want to interview. Your story has inspired us here. I'm like, great. So I was interviewed at a couple of radio stations. You Magazine wrote my story. Drum Magazine wrote my story. Men Health wrote my story. And every time they told me, Jerry, your story has inspired me. So I become an inspiration speaker. So that's how I become a speaker. So people start inviting me to go share my story. How I struggle addiction to where I am today. And every time they say, you inspire us, I become an inspiration speaker. That's how I become a speaker. And I will go to speak to school, and eventually I grow up as a speaker, and now I'm a public speaker. I got paid for speaking, but this is how it started. So while I was there, while I was doing that driving and finished the comrade, and then one day I fired my boss, and I went in full-time ministry. I'm just going to end up here because I like to do this about 15 minutes. Then tomorrow, next episode, I'll carry on to share my story, what happened to me. So if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. So every time I upload the video, you'll be the first one to get the notification and watch my video. And please share, guys. If you have not shared, share to the wide community. Subscribe, share, and leave a comment. God bless you until we meet again. Bye for now. Peace.